All right, it's Monday, November 17th, 2025, regular session of the Board of Supervisors. The first item on the agenda is the agenda itself and the minutes from the three meetings listed.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the agenda minutes as presented. Any further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Any public comment? Seeing as none, we'll move on to new business. Mr. Auditor?
Claims are prepared.
Motion to approve claims as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the claims as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. You got any payroll?
No, it's payroll close, sir.
How about drainage on item number 3?
I have no new drainage to report.
So you want to go on to item number 4? Would this be Sandy?
Yes, it would.
I have before you a resolution to order an assessment to Drainage District number 1. The assessment amount takes into account the fact that the project that was done in that district, all the bills have been paid. There was one minor repair and that bill's coming in, and I proposed the assessment amount with that in mind. And it also is an assessment amount that takes into account IDAL's payment of $11,000 towards the project. So all of that's been done and the assessment is necessary. Resolution would order that assessment, and I'll do that today if you approve the resolution.
Resolution number 66 to order the assessment for drainage district number 1.
Second. Motion and a second to approve resolution 2025-66 on the drainage district assessment. Any further comment? All in favor? Aye. The resolution adopted. Item number 5, Mr. Auditor.
Again, I'll defer to Sandy regarding the assessor recommendations.
I printed out a bunch of those reports. They are recommendations from the city assessor and the county assessor. They do this every year, and the Code of Iowa requires that the Board of Supervisors approve their recommendations. Upon approval of those recommendations, then the auditor's office will impose them on the parcels, and I'll begin tax administration processes, TIF and such, and valuation reporting with those in mind, just as approved today. Done.
I move to approve as presented.
Motion and a second to approve the assessor recommendations presented. Any further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 6 is a motion to approve the clerk's monthly report of fees.
Some of them.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve the clerk's fees as presented. Any further comment there? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Brandon, you want to get us started a little bit? Sure.
Morning. I'll start off by saying our equipment wise, the only thing we have down is the grade all still, which still facing a lot of flow issues in that thing. We do believe we have a resource that our mechanics got a hold of, and they think they cracked down the problem, hoping to have it fixed by Wednesday days. If we grade all, be back out there doing work. The guys are working on several tower repairs. We're a little focusing on right now. There was a couple of disciplines that we're trying to still do, but on top of that, trying to get the roads in shape for winter. They're trying to work on shutting shoulders, which is one of the things we're having problems with retaining water on the roads. But we're also doing our regular mowing, gravel, stockpiling, and that kind of work. You guys have any questions or comments on
The grade all worth putting all the money into it that we've been.
it? It's mostly time right now. The part's been very cheap. It's just finding the answer to there's just so many components in that thing. It's just like a giant puzzle trying to track down the right way to address some of these issues. Because the one they're chasing down now, we could temporarily fix it as we have in the past. But I told them to dig into it a little bit more to see if we can get a more permanent fix done. So this one is, I mean, it hasn't gotten to a point where we can't get parts for it or have big issues. The people that operate it do like operating it. I personally don't want to replace it when this is eventually gone. I think a different piece of equipment might be in its place, but the one that has it is cheaper than buying something else.
Thanks. You hold up a minute. Okay. Well, it's 10:05, so open the public hearing on the second consideration of the nuisance health ordinance. Any care to comment?
On the speed for the proposed ordinance on the second reading, I move to close this portion.
Second.
A motion is second to close this portion of the public hearing. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 1 is the motion to approve on second reading and then schedule a third consideration.
I move to approve second reading.
Awesome.
Motion and a second. Bob, is this regular vote?
This will be a roll call.
Okay.
Callahan? Yes. Gina?
Yes.
Watts?
Yes. Item number 7B is to schedule a third consideration. Do we have a time in mind, Michelle?
Did you guys talk about doing December 8th?
Yes.
Did we have to send out a public notice on that then, did you say, or not on a third consideration?
Well, I have public hearing without, you don't have public thought. Let's just go ahead and do that.
The 8th. Is
Yeah,
that
that'd be fine.
okay? I'd make a motion to
Schedule at the 10:05, the third final reading.
second.
Motion and a second to schedule a third consideration for December 8th at 10:05. Any further comment there? All in favor? Aye. Passes. Brandon, while you're still there, go ahead.
So the only other thing I have to say is our snow equipment, like all the posts in the front, should be on their trucks by Thanksgiving. We're not gonna carry the blades around through the wings until the fronts yet, until we see snow blow during the forecast. But those are quick to put on if we needed them. At this point, we would probably be using the wings anyway, and the fronts are quick to attach onto the trucks. So we'll be ready to go. We have all that salt, sand, stockpiles ready to go. So I think we're pretty well ready to go if Mother Nature decides to start.
I didn't have to buy much after the last couple winters, did you?
We finally had to buy, just because of the fulfill our contract, we had to buy some at the end of last year, but we took the 20% under the contract that they'll all to do because we were okay to go with the salt by the end of the year. Yeah, so we're sitting in a good spot for that.
Any update on Illinois?
I don't have anything to cut.
And the only other question I was gonna ask you was, didn't we have fencing scheduled for at least the north part of Illinois?
I got some numbers. I was honestly trying to get a second number and it just hasn't happened. We're actually looking at doing, the north boundary first and the south boundary after that, because that's where, to be honest with you, the bike riders come through mostly. Then we're gonna have to do the west side, because of the bike thing that's happening in the woods behind there now. We do have some people cut through there from time to time. We kind of want to stop that from happening. Now, putting the cable across the entrances has helped quite a bit. Just want to make sure on the weekends that they throw some ribbons on, make sure some people ride a bike and do it going full speed on any accidental incidents out there while we're not there. Yeah, it's something I need to continue working on. I've not been following up with it as much as I should.
Most likely a spring project at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you, Brandon. Item number 9, while you're there, is authorize the chair to sign the agreement with the
The Allen Pike stockpile is up by Rock Falls. It's a place that we have blasted and quarried and mined out of in the past, but the owner does not want us to continue at this point because it wants to get into the pond field farther than we are. So we made an agreement with them a few years ago now, probably 2 or 3 years ago, to start the stockpile in there, because that's a good spot to pull from for that whole region. So this is just a 1-year renewal of that contract with Allen Pike. And it's sort of the same that we have, so I haven't changed it. So I would suggest to the board to vote to allow the chairman to sign all 3 copies of the contract.
I move to approve agreement with L Pike for stockpile and rock.
I'll say.
motion and a second to approve the stockpile agreement as presented. Any further comment? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any correspondence announcements, anyone?
Move to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor? We are adjourned at 10:10. Thank you, everyone.
It's kind of salty.